The next match on the card was the Big Show versus Cody Rhodes. Somehow, the Big Show has gone from competing for the World Heavyweight Championship to the Intercontinental Championship.
At least he's competing for something. I mean, he's been incredibly underused lately.
It's such a shame. The Big Show is kind of being used as a jobber now a lot. And coming from somebody who used to be really, really, really impressive back in WCW and the original WWF and now the WWE, I mean, it's kind of sad to see such great wrestlers used the way they are nowadays. Yeah, I mean, the Big Show did win, so now he's the Intercontinental Champion. But it was a kind of a lopsided match, really.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw in. Maybe they're probably going to move Cody Rhodes up because they kind of build him up that he's, moving on up from that title. Because he kind of restored a little bit of prestige to the Intercontinental Champion since he changed it back, and he lasted quite a lot longer than say the United States Championship, where he's just being passed around. Yeah. Like the only person who kind of worked for the United States was Zack Ryder, and then they kind of took it away from him.
The secondary title for crap nowadays. Yeah.
Unfortunate. And one thing I wanted to point out in this particular match was just how Big Show fought, or the way he wrestled. In my honest opinion, I'll watch a wrestling match, and sometimes I'll see, them fighting in the ring. And to me, he seemed like he was fighting dirty, or dirtier than usual. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just the way I saw things played out this evening.
I'm thinking of probably seeing Cody Rhodes in the maybe like a world title picture, one maybe sometime soon. Maybe.
It could definitely happen. After all, he is the son of the American Dusty. So
they did just get the title off.
They did just get the title off. Not only has he held the Intercontinental Championship recently, he also held the Unified WWE Tag Team Championship with McIntyre. So I could totally, despite the fact me not liking Cody Rhodes very much, see him moving on to bigger, better things. Maybe a WWE title run or a World Heavyweight title run. Next match was, God knows why, Maria Menounos from some TV channel I'd never even heard of, and Kelly Kelly teaming against Beth Phoenix and Eve.
You know why?
Is it safe to say the Divas division has very little credibility now?
Dude, ever? Well, to me, the Divas division pretty much was clarified as a joke when a couple of WrestleManias ago they had this All Diva Battle Royal. It was supposed to be called the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal, and the person who ended up winning that Battle Royal was Santino Marella in drag. To me, that was basically the fall of the Divas division, and I just couldn't take it seriously since.
I have a habit, and this is I really can't stand the women's division in WWE. I'm so sick of watching Raw one morning and I see 10 divas in a match that lasts maybe a minute and a half. I mean, the Divas division is really just a big joke, and I think they're right now the only reason they're even there is for eye candy and because Jerry Lawler likes them.
I think that it's just underdeveloped, and that it could be worked with a little more if they actually focused on making it a little less humorous, a bit more serious. I mean, I'm not going to say that it was great, because it was not. It was definitely filler for tonight's main event. I mean, for WrestleMania 28, it was indeed filler, in my honest opinion.
Oh yeah, it lasted longer than Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, which I don't know, but at least we got to see it this year instead of last year when we were supposed to see it for the United States champion. It's a roles reversed.
Yeah, because it's sad thing. The type of match we saw with Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, we actually still would have stuck around for that one. Yeah. Is the Divas match, even if it sounded and looked like it was going to be a good match, we still would have just used it as a bathroom break, just at an instant, because that's how bad it's gotten.
I think women's wrestling in general is more of a joke now than anything. I mean, even in the other company in the United States, there is a man holding one half of the Knockouts tag team titles. But anyways, moving on. The next match of the night was actually really interesting, but I think it could have been done a lot better. Team Johnny versus Team Teddy in a one-fall match. The winner becomes the general manager of Raw and SmackDown. I would have preferred to have seen an elimination-style match because it probably would have turned out better. But let it be known that Team Teddy did not lose because of Santino Marella. He did his job for once.
Yeah, I thought Santino was be the reason he lost, but no, it wasn't. It's because of Vitor's and Zack Ryder's an idiot. To be real honest, I had no idea what was going on in that match.
I was also a bit confused as well, watching that whole entire scenario.
It was just difficult. It was difficult to see because instead of just wearing their ring gear, everybody was wearing that Team Johnny shirt. David Otunga was wearing something that showed his entire midriff. I don't know what's wrong with that. But it was really hard to follow because like, oh, there's Team Johnny, oh, there's Team Johnny, oh, there's Team Johnny, oh, everybody's on the floor, oh, somebody's flying, oh, there's a midget flying through the air. Yeah.
It seemed really forced, a lot of it. Like, people who were going in, I was like, wait, you're already there. Why isn't this person back in or all this? I don't know how they planned it out or what they were thinking, but they figured out who needed to be the manager. So
All in all, it could have been done a lot better. I mean, that probably would have been something that would be better saved for if you like Survivor Series, except for the Survivor Series match. But what can we say?
Yeah, I agree with you on all that, but what was it? No, yeah, it was kind of weird just to try and keep up with everybody, like with everybody colored the same color, and then they just used the generic themes of it was Teddy Long came out, his team came out to his theme,
Right.
but like the thing with John Laurinaitis, he doesn't have his own theme song, so it's the Raw theme,
Right.
which is kind of weird.
It was bad. It was weird. I would have preferred to have seen the actual teams coming out to have individual issues. But of course, that would have taken up a lot of time.
You know, their colored outfits reminded me of a game show that was on Nickelodeon. You know, you had like the blue team and the red team. So it was akin to like something like Double Dare. Only this time there was no green slime at all. So, you know, it was kind of confusing.
I never even actually still was going on the story like before WrestleMania.
All we know is now John Laurinaitis, who is Road Warrior Animal's brother, is the Raw general manager and the SmackDown general manager.
Well, if I remember right from the storyline was a little bit of that. Well, John and Teddy never got along anyway. So, but if I remember right, a lot of the guys on Team Johnny's side were not content with Teddy running SmackDown the way he ran it because he wasn't getting their way, and the same thing with the guys on Team Teddy's side. They were not happy with John Laurinaitis.
I'm confused. Was Team Teddy actually Raw Superstars and Team Johnny actually SmackDown Superstars? I don't know how the brands are divided nowadays. I haven't been following.
Yeah, because everybody keeps everybody keeps like switching on
Right.
brands. So what I'm thinking is the reason why they did that is probably because they might combine the brands. They might end the branded division.
Probably if they do another Raw SmackDown draft, they'll probably just separate the brands. I don't know.
I don't know because with John Laurinaitis winning both shows, would he just like end the two brands being separate now and just have one roster?
I think they should just unify the entire WWE back to what it was originally. One brand, and it functioned a lot better as a cohesive unit that way. There wasn't so much ridiculous drama.
Yeah, but they still have the brand because they still have the brands because
I know what I was gonna add. Also, for it not being Santino's fault for the team losing, also wasn't the Great Khali's fault for losing. I had to throw that one in there.
Well, the Great Khali did chop a couple people in the face.